Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and I'm pleased to welcome you back to The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, where previously we made our way south from Dragon Roost Island, and we managed to find a couple of interesting islands along the way, and getting to Forest Haven, where we met with the Great Deku Tree, whose only plight in life was apparently having a face full of zits and having a child go missing in the dangerous part of town. So what we're doing here now is disrupting the natural order of things, as well as the ecosystem that these lovely creatures happen to inhabit, and life is going to be good because we're going to rescue him and continue the plot along the way, but not without destroying a couple million organisms in the process, as well as busting a couple of nuts to make our way through some doors. It's going to be some good times. These overgrown plants have no business being here, and as a human, it is my duty to completely destroy every aspect of life here in the most painful way possible to these living creatures. So that's going to be nice, but interestingly enough, in the very first room of the dungeon, we find ourselves a very curious looking chest here. Well, some jump scare Chu Jellys, they're not very fun to deal with. But if we open it up, I don't even know if this is entirely necessary, but the game goes ahead and gives us the dungeon map. So that's kind of nice of them, I suppose. I don't really think we're gonna need it all that much, but I'm gonna definitely hold on to it, even though it is a bit of an inconvenience to take hold of it. All right, you guys are the worst. Ooh, okay, that guy kind of got really unlucky there. So I'm kind of trying to pick up as many green Chu Jelly blobs as I possibly can, just so that later we don't have to worry about it. You can sell your spoils to Beetle. I don't think I've made much note of that, but the more you have, the better off you'll be, and there are a ton in this dungeon. We don't have to worry about a shortage of them at all, but I did go ahead and refill up on Hioe pears, as well as some beautiful, bountiful, all-purpose bait to make our wallet a little bit lighter, because there's going to be quite a bit of collectibles that we can grab in the dungeon here. So let's go drop all the way down here, break our fall, and oh, hello there, Mr. Boko Baba. We'll just go ahead and violently rip that seed from your womb so that I can sell it later or use it for a potion to restore all of my health and magic. And something that's interesting, if you guys are playing on the hero mode and you don't get any hearts and the going gets kind of rough for you, because this dungeon is a little rough, if you go ahead and use your Deku Leaf on this very mysterious pile of leaves, a fairy will make herself available to you, and you'll be able to take her on your journey with you, so long as she doesn't clip into the world and disappears forever. So keep that in mind. If you see a pile of leaves, go ahead and disrupt some very unfortunate gardener's hard work. Didn't really seem to do a very good job of that, but that's alright. So this area doesn't really have a whole lot for us other than progressing through the dungeon, but we will return here once we get the item, and you'll notice a chest that is overgrown with a really unfortunate vine, as well as being surrounded by a bunch of Chu Jellys. If we wanted to, we can just go ahead and toss this puppy over there and completely miss. Link, your vaulting skills and throwing things is not doing anybody any favors, but we can just go ahead and burn it up. It's wonderful. I like how this chest doesn't just explode in a cacophony of fire and flames. We'll get ourselves a nice crest. Wonderful. And those are always good to have, especially because they're not very plentiful as of this point in the game. You guys, how's it going? You guys are ganging up on me, doing a really bad job, so good old power spin is good enough to do it. Or I guess quick spin. And something I kind of didn't know about this game until somewhat recently, and by recently I guess I mean 2013? It was after I played the GameCube version, I guess, is that the power spin in this game, or the great spin, or however you want to call it, is actually more powerful in this version than it is in the original GameCube version, which is kind of unusual, but it definitely makes fighting a lot easier if you can get it to work. The Wii U game stick, and I keep on giving these terms very strange names, like the great spin, who calls it that? And like the control pad, it's just like, it's very difficult to do on this one. It's a lot easier on the Pro controller, but here it's just a little tough. But, ooh, there's a bomb. You were killed by a bomb. And there goes a green Chu Jelly. That's okay. So, once again, we will return to this room later and use this naturally forming explosive fruit that not only thrives in extremely hot climates, but also very grassy, damp, moist, green areas. Doesn't make sense, the biology of bombs in this game. is beyond my comprehension. Yeah, welcome to this room. Now, if you were a child, like me at one point in your youth, you'll know that these things will actually make these strange platforms come over to you. What I didn't know as a child is that you can simply use propulsion to launch yourselves like this. As a kid, I kid you not, I actually would use these platforms to send me off in the places I needed to go. So for example, I would hit this, and it would bring me forward, and that's how I got through 10 years of my life without not realizing, hey dummy, you can just stand still, plant your feet, and propel yourself that way. But clearly I was not a very bright child, despite what my academics would tell you. Okay, so killing more P-hats is going to be good news for us. Definitely going to collect more golden feathers. I did do a lot of stuff off screen and getting random spoils and stuff, so if it seems like I have a lot, then don't worry. It's mostly due to sheer incompetence that is a thing. You, sir, just go ahead and take that. And the easiest way to take care of these guys is just steal their Bokobaba, leave them weak and penetrated, and then kill them. Kill them that way. It's good stuff. Alright, let's go grab these rupees. Very, diligently laid out. And one of these will actually turn into a bud. The home that the Koroks live in. It's so strange. Because I don't think you ever see them doing that. Yet this is where they used to live before they were kicked out by the evil creatures in here. I don't know, it's kind of an interesting backstory, but for the most part, I'm not a huge fan of this dungeon. It's kind of bland, but I do like the item we get out of it. It's pretty neat. So over here you'll notice there is a lovely little flower that is overgrown on this door, and I thought for some reason there is a way we can get rid of that. There's a fire down there, isn't there? Or is that... Never mind, I'm thinking of something completely different. Yeah, you can't quite destroy it. That's alright. We'll do it the way the game intended it to have been done. What over here? Link is kind of confused. He's like, oh my god, this is awesome. Physics, man, how do they work? Alright, let's go grab this nut. And you know what to do, boys and men. I guess we'll just drop that right there, make sure it doesn't fly off. Go! And this is what we use to go through the door, so it's nice to know that not only are we destroying every ecosystem that lives in this area, but we're also saving keys in the process. Also, if we drop down over here, be very careful about it. Hey, it's a hidden chest. It gives us 20 rupees. That's not bad. It is a very pleasant surprise. So we gotta climb our way back up again. What room was I thinking of where there's a torch? Oh, you know what? That's actually an island. A different island that we're gonna go through. You can carry Deku sticks through these Bokobaba buds and make your way through there, so I guess I was probably thinking of that. I have this really bad problem of remembering things way far in advance, but not what I'm supposed to do right now. So this very endearing nut that is just solemnly hanging out in the center of the room here, if we try to approach it, can't quite get through. It's gonna have vicious vines going ahead and, yeah, protecting them. So, gotta use the power of the wind and blow that nut. Get out of here. And these things, these vines, completely indestructible. They are highly evolved, if you will. And we gotta get out of the way, destroy more of these. So, boom. I always feel like the hit detection for that is very wonky, but that's right, as I welcome you to what I consider the main hub of the dungeon. In kind of a weird sense. It reminds me a lot of the area in Majora's Mask. I can't even think of it right now. It's really depressing. It's been so long since I played that game. Call myself a fan. Yeah, right. So, we're going to go and use our lovely grappling hook. It's nice to know that we can still use our items carried over from other dungeons here. So we have these really weird platforms. I always thought these were the strangest things as a kid. I remember vividly like staring at it for 5 minutes because I was like, how is it doing that? It looks so weird when it just morphs into the area like that. What am I standing on? It reminds me of jelly, but like frosted over the top of it or something. I don't know, it's weird. Let's just take our nut and play with it somewhere else. Like some of these rupees, since I can afford it. Apparently our wallet can hold 500 rupees. I don't know why I didn't know that before, but Link is staring at something very strange. Oh, and it's disappearing. Oh, that's not good. So if you let them be free for too long, they eventually will disappear, but they will come back. So no worries about that. So, yeah, that giant plant, we have absolutely nothing to do about that yet. And if you fall down, there are buds to help you back up, so don't worry. And these things, same thing, very strange, but what's funny is you can just go ahead and trick something out here. Just, did I do it wrong? Damn it. There it is. There is our second cauldron of the dungeon, and we can return to the very first room if we so desire. It's kind of a strange place to put that. It seems like a lot of bugs and grass and things will get in there, so we can jump on here. Not really do a whole lot about it yet. Seems to have a very low polygon count. Let's go and enter that room that we freed up earlier and continue along the way. This area is pretty nostalgic for me, but this is where it starts getting kind of annoying and bland for me. So that little noise you hear, these little creatures, these bastards, are known as morphs. Yeah, they're kind of strange, and although they don't really do any damage, they will impede your movement ever so slightly, and they also seem to have raging hard-ons for getting on you. Ugh. Yep, come on, join the Link Express. You can roll to get them off, but really all they really serve to do is just make you extremely cumbersome and also drop the frame rate slightly. So get the hell off me, you jerks, and let's go pick up our lovely yellow rupee. Wonderful, not too shabby. So yeah, that's what that's there for, and eventually we'll meet the enemies that spawn these foul creatures. I don't even know how the hell they managed to exist. Apparently they're also fashionable accessories for Link to wear. It's so weird. Okay, let's go over here. See what we got. Ooh, in room number 6? Something like that. Oh no, this is the vine room. Alright, that's fine with me. 2 different paths we can take. If we take the left side, you want to be careful so you don't get hurt by them. Find a bomb. Go and set you right here for the time being, sir. And that'll give us something optional, I believe, but we need to get it over there. And as a kid, I had the Prima Guide edition. I had 2 different editions of kind of like a, goddamn, what am I trying to say? Like a player's guide to beating the game when I was younger, to this game. And what it told me to do was use the Deku Leaf to fling it that way to explode that. You can't use it while it's still planted. You have to pick it up, drop it, and then use the Deku Leaf. And that's why I kind of leave that on my R button, is just because it's the same button to drop, essentially. So it's kind of weird. I had a messed up childhood as far as like learning how to do things in games. It's very unorthodox, but it gives us the compass. Non-essential, and it seems like our little Morth buddy here is very, very proud to in our possession. He's just such a little maverick. Oh my god. You should give him a name. Call him Morthy. And I'll be nicknamed Rick, and we'll be very happy in our endeavors through space and time. Alright, so another pile of leaves here, left by the gardener known as Jesus, and he just gives us a couple of those. Nice thing about our blade here is that you can actually pick up everything. And no! Morthy! I'm so sorry. I just wanted to pick up rupees without the risk of dying. I am so sorry. Damn. Let's go this way. If I wanted to take damage, I could just slide through a tree trunk as well as a vine, but I wanted to be a little careful since I would rather not use any of my abilities. And we'll go and collect this, which, oddly enough, although at the same time it's kind of predictable, the only small key in this dungeon. I guess I'll take it. I will take it in memory, in memoriam of our good friend Morthy. I'm so sorry. Such a good friend. Actually, was it a female? It kind of seemed like it. I can't say. Maybe her name could have been Mortha. Who knows? So what do we got in here? Can I just toss you over there? Oh, it's just magic. Redundant because, well, these Baba Buds already give us that. What's in here? I think actually this might have been hearts if you're playing on the regular version. Oh, it's rupee! Oh, I'll take it. We're gonna get so rich after this dungeon. Technically, we could have headed off to Windfall Island after Dragon Roost, but I feel like that kind of would have made getting here a lot longer. Ooh, mid-roll excavation there. Wow, well done, Link. And we could have dropped off some rupees, which would have been nice, but how's it going, guys? Just let me get rid of you. None of you deserve to live, except for you, Morthy. Morthy Jr. Oh, and there's you guys. All right, well, damn it, I forgot. Rolling gets rid of them. I'm gonna have to kill you. Get the hell out of my kitchen. Good sir. I know it's mossy and overgrown, but still. So we head back over here, and this is the only locked room in the place. Nice to know they could have still had human advancement technology here, getting through some of this. But just takes us to another one of these rooms. Excuse me, Mr. P-Hat. Let me just go ahead and take that off your hands and kill you, even though you won't die. And we'll use these very ingenious mechanisms. It's like, what plant or organism that is already living here needs use of any of this technology? The kids? Oh, kids? I don't think so.